Hey guys, Mr. Quality Guy here, and today we're going to take a little quick look at some quality issues that have popped up in the last couple of years, and one of those is the Kia engine issue. So if you've been living under a rock, Kia and Hyundai Motor Corporation, they're aligned, they're the same company. They've been having engine issues, dating back to 2011 with knock issues in the lower end of the engine. Now, this is also not surprising. Uh, Around this time, this is when Kia went to a direct injection engine. Now, what is a direct injection engine? A direct injection engine is a gasoline engine that has a fuel injector that injects it straight into the cylinder, unlike your older vehicles that use a port or manifold fuel injection, or even older with a throttle body injected. So, if this is causing all those problems, then why are we doing direct injection? Well, direct injection is a really great technology if done properly. So direct injection means less fuel loss, and you can get more power and more efficiency because you're not, having fuel loss. You're injecting the fuel directly into the cylinder. So that's good, right? Well, fuel has actually two uses in an engine. Well, why would it have two uses? It's only there to cause a spark. Fuel is also a solvent. So, in early days, before you had basically oil breathers that ran back into the intake manifold, you never had to use fuel as a solvent. It was just, it wasn't that big of a deal. However, as soon as they started putting oil vapor back into the intake to try to reduce emissions, they found that, hey, the fuel keeps our valves cleaner because you have fuel washing over the back of the intake valves, and that helps keep them clean. Now, direct injection engine, you no longer have that fuel washing over intake valves because intake valve only now does air. So that can cause carbon buildup, and carbon buildup is a killer of direct injection engines. This is something Volkswagen people have known about for a long time, which is why if you buy a used Volkswagen for someone that really knows what they're doing, there's more than likely an oil catch can in it. That's quite a necessary modification to have. So an oil catch can, basically it routes that gas. It still allows it to bring it into the intake, but it's got an oil separator, so the oil will fall down into the separator and it can be drained later. This is the ideal way. This is the way all direct injection engines should be done. But because of the government and other stuff and costs, you will very rarely see an oil separator on a production vehicle. So, what's the other issues that we have with, potentially with lower end issues? Well, when you have lower end issues in the engine, it's mainly you either have oiling issues or you have basically aeration of the oil, where your lower end of the engine is not getting enough oil, or you've got too much oil in the crankcase and you're aerating that oil. Oil is not good when it has air in it. It is very, very bad. Bubbly oil does not work. It is actually almost worse than having no oil in some case, because you'll still get oil pressure, but it's useless oil pressure. So how do we fix this? Well, one way to fix this is to use a slightly thicker oil. If let's say they use 020 and they have knocking issues consistently, well, your oiling system, you probably should maybe run like 525 or 530, and that'll give you a little bit thicker oil. That'll give you a little bit more protection. Or you have a situation where you have a bunch of bad engines that were not made properly. The clearances were not right to the design for the oil. That's something that they're going to have to figure out. So that's just a quick understanding of some issues with the Kia and Hyundai recall. So if you're looking to buy a used vehicle at the moment, I know used vehicles are really difficult to come by. This is something to take with a grain of salt when it comes to Hyundais and Kias. They normally are fantastic vehicles. Yes, they're on the cheaper end, but they've come a long way. But engine wise, they're starting to have problems, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next time.
you.